Now, I'd like to introduce today's guest speaker, Mr. Edmond Atemkeng. He is from, as you know, he's from Cameroon. He came to Korea to pursue a master's program and took a master's degree in business. He is working for Shoes for Africa. Have you heard about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here is Mr. Edmond.
Event. So many people here today. I didn't expect this so many people, but I'm very happy you took time to come and attend this talk. And I want to also thank CICC management for putting together this program. Can you understand me?
Yes.
So today, briefly, I will want to talk to you about myself first, Edmond, and secondly, I have three things to talk about. First, I will introduce myself and where I'm coming from. And then secondly, I will tell you about my country, right, Cameroon. I know most of you already know about Cameroon. And lastly, I will talk to you about Shoes for Africa, okay? So if during the talk, if you have any questions, I think it's okay to ask questions, I think. So if you cannot understand me, you know, 한국말 영어 좀 섞어서. Okay. Yeah, so maybe in the middle, you know, I will mix up some Korean and English for more easy and simple understanding for everybody, okay? So once again, thank you, and I hope today we can have fun, right? We can get to learn something new, meet a different person, and this should be a fun activity, nothing serious, okay? This is the fun, okay? So first, I would like to introduce myself. As the MC already said, my name is Edmond, okay? Edmond, and or maybe we can go to the slide a little bit. So briefly, this is a simple agenda. Actually, I made a similar presentation in some other institute, so maybe most of the slides are simply same. So briefly, you will meet Cameroon, you know, that is, you know, I will talk to you a little bit about Cameroon. And from there, you know, maybe some personal introduction of myself, as I earlier mentioned. And then maybe a little story about what Shoes for Africa is all about, okay? Next slide. Okay, 우리나라. Right. So, Cameroon. Anybody know Cameroon? 아시는 분, Cameroon. 가면 몰라? Okay. Cameroon, you don't know about Cameroon? Nobody know?
No.
Any idea? No? Cameroon? 오늘 처음 들어요? Cameroon? 아니지. 그치? Yeah, so I think Cameroon is very, not famous, but it's known for soccer, right? 축구. So yeah, a long time ago, our team is very good at 축구. Actually, I'm 축구 선수. 박지성보다 잘해. So actually, Cameroon is famous for soccer. So we have maybe many famous players. Maybe you know Eto'o. Anybody know Eto'o? Yeah, Eto'o is very famous, and he's one of the most richest soccer players. So he's very famous. So that is Cameroon. If you look at the map, Cameroon, of course, is in Africa. So this is the African map, right? So Cameroon is somewhere here, right? So Cameroon is here. Some people say this is the central, right? Central Africa. But next to Cameroon is Nigeria. Nigeria is West Africa. So two different thinking. Some people think this is West. Some people think this is Central Africa, okay? So anyway, that is Cameroon somewhere in the middle, right there. So from Korea to Cameroon, 만약에 비행기 타면 거의 20시간 걸려요. 너무 멀지. Right? It's too far. So there is no direct flight to Cameroon. You need to transit. 갈아타야 돼. Okay? You need to transit somewhere in the middle. So maybe total time, maybe maybe 30 hours, including transit, right? So it's little far, okay? But not very expensive, maybe 160만 원, okay? For a plane ticket, okay? So I usually say, for everybody, you know, I know you're very young, right? Maybe you don't have a job, you don't have money and everything, but before you die, you should go to Africa. So you should write that somewhere in your diary, like a plan, you know? 죽을 때까지 한 번 가야 돼. 아프리카 여행, okay? Why? Some people think, why should I go to Africa, right? But this is a globalized world we live in, right? Today you can see Cameroon 사람, maybe in your school 미국 사람도 있고, 뭐 영국 사람도 있고, 그치? So you can see many different, you know, nationalities everywhere, right? So we need to understand each other. We need to understand a different culture, not only Korea or Asia, USA or more, Europe, usually, right? You need to go to Africa, something totally different. 아마 재미있을 것 같아, 그치? Yeah, you experience a different culture, you meet different people, and another way of life, right? So your thinking, you can help to develop your thinking. Oh, 이런 거도 있구나. 오, 이렇게 하고 있구나, 그치? So you can have, you can compare two things, right? A and B. Because only now, maybe you know only Korea, oh, 이렇게 하면 괜찮아, okay? Only one way. But in a globalized world, we need to learn another way. Maybe 다른 방법이 있을 것 같아, right? So when you go to another country, you experience another culture, you learn new things. So this can be good, okay? So your 목표? 소화, you know? So maybe when I am 28 or 27 or something, I will go to Africa. You should, this is important. I think it will be very good for you, okay? So back to Cameroon, that is where Cameroon is. Can we go to the next slide? So, okay, now we are in Cameroon, okay? So this is the map of Cameroon. So here are just some very basic information about the Cameroon. You know, Cameroon, the flag, green, red, yellow with the, you know, star in the middle. So most African countries, the flag, right? Flag is what again? Cookie, right? The flag has a lot of colors, if you realize. Can we go back to the previous slide? Previous slide? No, previous, back. You look at the African map, you see a lot of colors, right? So usually most of them have almost same colors, green, red, yellow. Most countries have this color. That's one thing about Africa. And this color signifies something, nature. Right? It signifies nature and energy. You know, that is what it signifies. There's a lot of virgin land, vegetation. They want to show that. So they represent that in the flag. Okay? Can we go back? Okay, so this is Cameroon. So capital city, Sudo, is Yaoundé, right? Yaoundé is the capital city. Official languages are English and French, right? So usually most people always ask me, Cameroon 어떤 언어, Cameroon 언어 있어요? Right? But there is no Cameroon language actually also, right? There is no Cameroon language, so official languages are English and French, right? But in Cameroon, we have a lot of tribe. You know what a tribe is? Tribe? Right. So we have, Cameroon is very diverse. Tribe 너무 많아. So we have maybe 260 tribes, right? Too many, right? So, and each tribe is very unique in its own way. Each tribe has a language, they have their own culture, they have their own food, they have their own style. Everything is unique, their own tradition, right? So 260 tribes, for example, if I meet her, she's from a different tribe, I'm from a different tribe, we cannot understand each other, right? Because I don't know her language, right? So the only way we can talk and communicate is English or French, right? So those are the official languages in Cameroon. So maybe almost every Cameroonian can speak English and French, but some people prefer one language to the other. For example, my French, not good. Right? My French is not good, but I can speak. Yeah, not good, but I can speak. So most Cameroonians either prefer the English or maybe French, but they speak both languages. So population is about 22 million people, right? Not too big. But interesting fact is Cameroon is 4 times bigger than South Korea, right? So we are 4 times bigger, but our population is maybe less than half, right? So we still have a lot of land, right? So maybe Koreans can come. 잘 있어. Okay? We have a lot of land, but no people, right? Yeah, so that is population. And the GDP is very low, right? Korean GDP maybe 25, 30,000 maybe, but Cameroon is just 3,000, right? It's very low, right? So economy not good. So many people don't have jobs, right? So still have some problem, right? So religion, actually, maybe these statistics and these numbers from the internet. But Cameroon, the religion, maybe 60% of Cameroonians are Christians. Yes, maybe I think this statistic may be old. Yeah, but because usually in Cameroon on Sunday, right, most people go to church. So if you don't go to church, 좀 이상해, right? So most people go to church. Like on Sunday, maybe the neighborhood, maybe the 동네 사람 없어. 다 교회 갔어. Right? So many people are Christians actually. And we have some Muslims and also some people who don't have a religion, right? But mostly I think maybe about 60% of Cameroonians go to church, right? And then the climate, you know, usually my co-workers always say to me, 카메룬 날씨 너무 덥죠? 아마 40도, 50도. 그런 거 안 돼, 아니야. 아니야. Cameroon is not very hot. 그렇게 생각하지 마시고, right? So that is a misconception many people have. Many people think, Africa is very hot, right? Very hot, but not really. So now I want to check, you know, the weather in my city in Cameroon, so we can see, you know. So this is what is that? 아니 날씨. 19도, right? 지금 한국 아마 30도. So Korea is 23, right? Cameroon 지금 19, right? So Africa is not very hot. Some places are hot, like the desert area, you know, the desert, right? Of course it's very hot, but generally it's not very hot. For example, Cameroon, we have the rainy season and the dry season. Now is the rainy season in Cameroon. So rainy season, 비 많이 오고, 그치? So, but usually, even in the dry season, it's not very hot. Maybe it's almost same like Korea. If it's very hot, maybe 28, maybe 30, almost same. But it's different kind of heat. The heat is different. Cameroon is hot and dry, right? Hot and dry means what? 습도 없어. No humidity in the atmosphere, right? 없어. So, 에어컨 없어도 돼. 에어컨 필요 없어요, right? 선풍기만 있으면 돼. Just the fan, right? If you have fan and under the building or some tree or shade, 시원해, right? Because no humidity, 습도, no humidity in the atmosphere, so you're very comfortable, right? But in Korea, 에어컨 없으면 죽을 것 같아. Right? No aircon, you feel like you will die, suffocate, right? It's different, you understand? So Cameroon is hot and dry, you know, but Korean heat, a lot of humidity and water in the atmosphere. So you always need an air conditioner constantly, right? But Cameroonians don't need an air conditioner, just a fan, or just open the door, right? Open the window, right? You're okay. So that is a little different. So the misconception, Africa is not very hot, okay? So don't, oh, maybe 40도, 60도, no, right? So it's not very hot. Okay, next slide. So this is a little complicated history. So I don't know if I want to explain this history. 조금 복잡해. Okay, anyway, I will 간단하게 설명해 줄게. So long time ago, maybe the first picture, right? Long time ago, maybe 1884, right? I want to explain. 잘 들어, okay? So I explain a little history about the Cameroon, okay? Long time ago, long time ago. Maybe 1884, right? Same like Korea, some missionaries come, right? In Korea too, right? The history, right? So missionaries from Germany, 독일, right? They came to Cameroon. So at that time, when they came to Cameroon, they found in Cameroon there's a famous big river, right? Very long river. In the river, they found what we call shrimp. Not the shrimp. You know what is a prawn? Right, the shrimp 큰 거. Right? 새우 큰 거. So you can easily find that in the river. So they are very surprised. 오, 완전 놀랐었어. 이런 것도 있어. So this is first time in Cameroon. So in German, the prawn is called Camerus. Okay? In German, the prawn is called Camerus. So they say they want to give a name to this area, right? Same like Korea, right? Korea, right? Okay. So they named this river. River in Germany is Rio, right? So they say this river, the name they give to this river is Rio dos Cameros. Right? They give a name. Prawn is Cameros and river is Rio, right? River of prawn. So they gave the name to this area. That is the first stop in Cameroon, right? So they named this area Rio dos Cameros, right? So this is the Second World War. You know Second World War, right? 정제, right? Second World War where the Germany fight, right? With the other countries. And we already know the result of the war. Germany lose the war, right? So Germany lose the war, 어떻게? 카메룬 나가야 돼. 그치? So have to leave Cameroon. But at the time, Cameroon people 어떻게 할 건지 몰라. So somebody needs to kill. Same way maybe like Korea, Japan, China, 뭐, 그치? So now, who will take care of Cameroon at the time? So England and French 그때 왔어요. Okay, 독일 나갔으니까. Okay, now we have the French and England, right? So after they named the river Rio dos Cameros, they decide to give a name to the country, right? So from Cameros, they gave the name Cameroon with a K, right? So they give this name Cameroon with a K, and after that, now this Cameroon, you see the map, 이쪽도 있었고, right? So Germany also occupied some part of this area. So anyway, long story short, the name transformed, right? Initial name is Rio dos Cameros, transformed to Cameroon, and then later the French and English came to Cameroon and they changed the name from Cameroon with a K to Cameroon with a C, right? So that is the history, how the geographical location of Cameroon is changing, and then the name is also changing based on very long history and political issues, okay? So I just make the story short. Initial name is Rio dos Cameros, changed to Cameroon with a K, and then later changed to Cameroon with a C, okay? So Cameroon, C-A-M-E-R-O-O-N, right? That is the English version. The French call it Cameroon. C-A-M-E-R-U-N. Okay, that is the French way. So that is the very brief history of Cameroon and the annexation, right? Annexation and the referendum and the plebiscite and all this anniversary, name changing and everything, right? So that is a brief history of Cameroon. So also, we see we have the 1960 independence gained under new president. So in 1960, Cameroon has its independence, right? Independence with a new president, Amadou Ahidjo, right? And one funny thing is, 1982, right? So 1960 to 1982, we have one president, right? So he got sick. So he was very sick. So he said, okay, number 2 person, you can be president, okay? So number 2 person take over 1982. 1982부터 지금까지 계속. 큰일이야 이거. So that is the problem, right? So from 1982 to today, how many years? 34? Yeah, 34? Yeah, 34, right? So he has been president for 34 years. Wow. So this is a big issue in Cameroon. Many people don't like him, right? Some people like him, so I don't know. So he has been president for 34 years, and Cameroon people want some change, you know, because change is good. Same thing every day, maybe okay. Maybe I like samgyeopsal, right? I don't want to eat samgyeopsal every day, right? Even though I like samgyeopsal. 뭐 매일매일 먹면 어떡해. 안 되지. 비빔밥도 먹어야지. Right? So we want something different, right? So we hope someday, you know, Cameroon can change. We need new leadership, new ideas, new people, new thinking, right? So we can evaluate. Because same thing every day, you don't know which is good. Because you know only one, right? Maybe new thing, maybe it's not good. 어쨌든 괜찮아. 지금 비교할 수 있으니까, right? So maybe new thing, maybe it's not good, but we can compare. Maybe last one was better. You see? Maybe new one not good or last one, but okay, we learn, right? So always good to change. Same thing every day, no, right? So that is a problem. But we hope in the near future this can change. We hope. Right? Next slide. Okay, education in Cameroon, right? You know, many people think maybe cannot imagine about Cameroon, right? You cannot imagine. 뭐 집 있어? 차 있어? 뭐 right? You cannot. It's hard to imagine, right? Same before I came to Korea. So I said to my friends in Cameroon, oh, I will go to Korea. Okay, so those are the 2 systems as I earlier explained in Cameroon. So the picture below, maybe you cannot see very well, but it's my university. It's very nice actually, right? So that is my university, and this is, how can I say? 보통, typical classroom like this. Classroom, but usually very big. Actually, the classroom maybe 3 times bigger. Yeah, classroom, very big. Maybe sometimes you know, in the university you have like a major course. You know, major course, right? The main course, right? So everybody have to study main course. This course maybe 500 people. In the classroom, 500, 600 people, so many, right? So many. So usually the classrooms are very big. So that is why you can see so many people. Right? You can see so many people. So anyway, this is the university. So, and also in Cameroon, the elementary school tuition is free, right? Tuition is free for elementary school, and middle school is not very expensive, and university is actually very cheap, especially the government university. Can you guess how much tuition fee? Guess. Anybody? Can you? How much? $100? Oh my God. You're right. Yeah. Tuition fee is very cheap, right? It's government. So it's about $100 for tuition fee. It's very cheap. But the problem is, you know, in the university, you need a housing. You need a house, cheap. 있어야 돼. So the housing is very expensive. Yeah, but the actual tuition fee is very cheap. But to go to university, you need a housing and you need a textbook and blah blah blah. You know, that can be expensive, but the actual tuition is very cheap. That is why so many Cameroonians, maybe 98%, they go to school. Everybody go to school. Elementary school is free. University is $100, right? In other schools, some expensive, but other schools not very expensive, right? So education is not very expensive in Cameroon. Okay, next slide. Okay, politics. We already talked about 대통령, right? He has been president for almost 34 years today. So we think, actually Cameroon is democracy. You know democracy, right? You vote, right? But I don't know. 진짜 democracy인지 모르겠어. So because always vote same person, right? Well, I don't know if this is true democracy or not. Yeah, but funny thing is, maybe in Korea, I used to live in Seoul, right? So sometimes I see some people protest, 이거 싫어, more like that. Cameroon people 그런 거 싫어. Yeah, Cameroon people don't like 그런 거, right? They don't really like. Maybe decision not good, we don't like, 그냥 알아서 해. Right? So Cameroon people don't like to protest and fight each other, don't like, right? So everybody is very calm, even though 대통령 is bad, you know, 그냥 알아서 하고 있어, 뭐 상관없어, you know, don't care. So that is a problem. We are not very nationalistic, you know, nationalistic. We don't, in Korean language, you always say 우리나라, right? 우리나라 우리나라에서 이렇게 해, like that. You always use this phrase 우리나라, which means our country, right? So that is some kind of nationalistic feeling in the language. You always refer to our country, right? Cameroon people don't, because country is bad. Why I have to fight? Why I have to, you know, kill somebody or stress for our country? Why? So they think don't need. So all these different tribes, they have something unique in them. So this one is about the water, and so most of their clothing and everything they get from the water. From the water, trees in the water and different things in the water, they use that. You know, maybe food and most things they get because some of them live maybe in the water, right? Very close to the water, so they are very familiar with everything that happens in the water. So this is I try to show you maybe different aspects of different tribes in Cameroon, and you know, to show how diverse each tribe is and also how unique each tribe is in its own way. Next one. Okay, meet Cameroon. 멋있지? So actually I just stole this picture from the internet. So actually This is the capital city of Cameroon. So because I try to show these pictures because sometimes when we watch a TV, right, or when we look at the newspaper, the only information we get is very bad information, right? Or somebody say, oh, African people very poor, or they don't have house, or krongo, you see? But that is not all about Africa. There are a lot of good things about Africa. There are a lot of culture and a lot of things we can share. There's a lot of technology also, a lot of new things we can learn, right, about Africa. So this is the capital city, right? Oh, maybe it's nicer than Seoul, maybe, right? But anyway, I try to show you the picture so you can have some idea, right? So Cameroon is not very different from Korea. It's not, right? It's the same. We all are the same people. We live in the same building. Maybe our food is different. Cameroon kimchi 없고, no. So food and some things are different, but overall we're the same people, right? And we live in the same house. We study together and everything. So that is why I bring this picture. Cameroon during this is the Yaoundé Sudo Shine downtown. So this is downtown. You know, you can see some tall buildings, and you know at night it looks colorful also. So this is good, right? Next one. Okay. 이런 것도 있어. Right? So Sudo looks good, right? This is local market. Local market. So actually in Korea you have a market, and some areas you have some shopping malls, but in Cameroon we don't have big shopping malls actually. So usually we have a small local market, right? Some Yukori, yeah. Like a Yukori, very small market and small sellers, small buyers. So you can see this is some typical, this is very common market in Cameroon, very common market in Cameroon. So you can see, this is Cameroon market. Next one. The kids at school, right? This is maybe elementary school kids at school. So you can see, even though maybe they don't look very fancy, but they look very happy, together. That is the important thing, right? They look very happy, they study hard, and it's fun, and everybody is joyful, right? Next one. Okay, I already showed you I think that is a brief, I already explained some brief overall of Cameroon, right? Show you where Cameroon is, we talk about the history, we talk about politics, we talk about culture, we talk about education, right? So many different things we talk about. Any question or 궁금한 거 있으면 지금? 궁금한 거 없어? 있을 것 같은데. Oh, after? Oh, okay. So after her, we're going to have a group session. So maybe if you have any something you're curious about or some question, I think you have some paper, right? Maybe you can write that in the paper, and then during the group discussion, maybe we can talk more. 한국어로 써도 되고, okay? So 편하게. So now I want to, that was about Cameroon. So I want to maybe introduce about myself also. Okay. So many people always ask me about myself and where you from and why you come to Korea and blah blah blah, right? So I think maybe you have same or similar questions, right? So I will introduce myself, and maybe if I don't mention something you're curious about, then you can write it down, or later you can ask me. So I already mentioned my name is Edmond right? I'm Ed, right? Ed. So I came to Korea 25th of September 2008. 얼마지? 8년인가? 7년인가? 8, right? So I've been in Korea 8 years. Too long, right? Come on, correct. So I've been here 8 years, and actually in Cameroon, the first picture you see University of Buea and Université de Buea. So this is my university, Jongmun, our main gate, my university main gate. So I graduated from this university in 2008. Yeah, 2008. So I graduated from this university in 2008. My major was accounting. Again. Yeah, so that was my major. So when I was in high school, I'm good at math, mathematics. 지금 아니고. So at that time, I'm good at math. So and in around 2008, accounting is a very popular profession at the time. Many people study economics, accounting, management, 그런 거. So I studied accounting, and but I realized accounting 재미없어. 맨날 혼자서 뭐 숫자하고 뭐, right? So I think accounting is not fun to me actually. 잘해도 it's not fun, and it does not fit my personality. I think I like to meet new people and talk to them and learn new things, and very, optimistic and friendly. But accounting requires somebody who can concentrate for long hours. Maybe 5 hours just sitting down 혼자서, right? So you need to prepare very well to get a job. You need to study hard. So at that time also I cannot speak any Korean, so it's very hard. So I decided to study Korean again. So I went back to study Korean. So I went back to Yonsei-Waktan. So I studied Korean at Yonsei-Waktan maybe 9 months. So I studied 9 months, and after that I get a job. So that is brief story about myself. So I used to work in Cheongju. I worked in Cheongju almost 5 years. I worked in Cheongju at 여기 한국 Johnson & Johnson. Yeah, you know Johnson & Johnson? Yeah, Johnson & Johnson make baby powder. In Korea, we don't make baby powder also. 그냥 수입품. Okay, no baby powder in Korea, just imported product. So, but we have Aveeno, Neutrogena, Clean and Clear, right? All that is Johnson & Johnson product. So I used to work 여기 공장 있어, 한국 Johnson & Johnson. So I worked there for maybe 5 years, and I moved to another company. So still Johnson & Johnson, but this is Johnson & Johnson consumer product. And now I moved to another company. Is a pharmaceutical company. 약품. 타이레놀 아시죠? 타이레놀. 머리 아플 때. 지금 우리 회사에서 만들고 있어. Okay? So Tylenol. So I work now to my company produced the drug product Tylenol, right? So that is a brief introduction about myself, and then I think maybe next slide is the next one. So yeah, this is my former company, Johnson & Johnson 여기 홍덕구. So this is our company, and this was my team. 에드먼 어디지? 안 보이는데. So this is me. Okay. So yeah, that was my former team in Cheongju. Next one. Okay. So now we move to, that is a brief introduction about myself, right? And why I came to Korea and blah blah blah. So now we go to Shoes for Africa. Okay, I know you already heard a lot about the Shoes for Africa, and you already know we collect the shoes in Central Africa, right? But shoes is just a symbol, right? shoe is just the symbol of our organization, right? So how did we start with this organization? I know maybe you have some dream, right? You have something you want to do. Maybe you're young, you have some dream. Maybe some car you want to build, or some company, or some idea maybe you have, right? But I think it's good to have an idea, it's good to dream. Even if you cannot accomplish the dream, it's good to dream. I want to do this, is good, right? So maybe I took this picture, actually the date, I always keep this picture. This picture is very close to my heart. So this picture, I took this picture September 16, 2002. I took this picture. So on this, I think this day is a Saturday, maybe. So after my story, right? I'm not from my family is not rich, right? So when I'm young, I always want to play soccer. Sometimes I don't have soccer shoe, or sometimes my mom don't want to play soccer because maybe 다치면 어떡해 뭐, right? So don't want. So I managed to go university, and university come to Korea, and Korea get a job. So I have so many stories in my life, so many learnings and failure and learning, so many things, so many experience I have, right? So sometimes I like to share this experience. So, but when I think about my life journey and story, right? So I think, oh, 지금 괜찮아. I think my life maybe 지금 is okay. 근데 so many children in Africa, right? My life is okay, but what about other people? So I need to think about, can I do something for them? Right? I need to have this kind of idea. What can I do for other people? I have this long journey, long story, Cameroon, Korea, blah, blah, blah. So, but other people, 다른 사람도 있어. 힘든 사람들. So, can I do something for them? I'm always thinking. So, on this day, I am thinking in my room in Boktaedong. Right? I used to live in Boktaesagori. So, I'm thinking, what can I do? You know, so is there something I can do? But I'm not sure. So I pick up my computer and I went to the coffee shop. So I took this picture in the coffee shop. So I sat in the coffee shop and I'm thinking, maybe there's something I can do, right? In Korea, I realized, oh, my major is business, right? In Korea, people always, Korea is very pali-pali, right? Everything in Korea is pali-pali, everything, right? 학교 pali-pali, 배달 아저씨도 pali-pali, right? Everything is fast, everything. Everybody from school, economy, blah, everything around us is going on very fast, right? 핸드폰, 뭐, S5 나오고, S7도 나오고, blah, blah, right? Everything is changing fast. Fashion, t-shirt, or maybe this t-shirt is last 2 years of t-shirt, 지금, 입고 싶지 않아. You know, 예전 거라서. So everything is fast and people changing a lot. So I think, okay, this is a business concept. But how can I use this idea? Oh, okay. Korean people are very fast. So clothes also changing very fast. Some people shoes also changing very fast. And always 버려, right? Always throw away. So I think, oh, I can use this. If you throw away, I say, okay, don't throw away, give to me. Maybe some people give to me, right? Maybe not everybody, maybe 60% give to me. Okay. And then I can send this to another person. Because some people in Africa don't have money. But they need to go to school, they need to eat, they need clothes, you know, they need shoes, they are sick, you know, they have so many needs. Right? So no money for clothes. So I think if I get these shoes and clothes from Korea, I can give to somebody else who can really, oh, happy, you know, and appreciate this. So that is on this day I begin to think about that. So I wrote that I'm working on the initiative, right? Rome was not built in a day, and a bucket of water cannot fill an ocean, right? This is the first day I start. You know, I knew on this day I think, oh, 이거 쉬운 거 아니야, right? It takes a long time, but I don't know how, but I just start, right? So on this day, so I always keep this picture as a reminder when this idea started. You know, I always keep this picture. So next slide. So we started Shoes for Africa idea started in 2012, maybe 4 years ago. We started this idea. So basically, we want to help somebody else. We want to share something with somebody else. We want to share love. We want to share togetherness. Not only shoes, right? Not only just give your shoes, no. That is not the most important thing. Most important thing is maum. Most important thing is love. Most important thing is I care, right? So when you give a gift, it's not how much is the gift, right? It's the idea of giving, which is important. So that is one message I want everybody to understand. It's not just the giving shoes. It's understanding I share my love with them, right? I am giving the shoes because I love them. I want them to be happy. They are happy, I am also happy. I am giving, I'm happy giving. They receive, they are happy receiving, right? So our idea is sharing this love together. Children in Korea and children in Cameroon or in Africa, they can have this concept of love and sharing. I think together, the world can be a better place, right? So children in Africa also think, oh, somebody somewhere, I don't know him, but he loved me. But he cared about me. He sent his shoe to me. Means he really cared about me. So that is the love we want to share with all kids, with everyone. If we can have this kind of mindset and thinking, maybe it can be good for us and the world can be a better place. So the shoe is just a symbol. The main idea we are sharing is the love and togetherness. So when we started in 2012, so many challenges, we have. Any idea you have, anything you do in life, of course so many challenges happen. In school, so many problems. Oh, this friend don't like me, or this subject very difficult, 어떻게 할 건지 걱정 많아. Always, everything in life, so many challenges we have. But we have to stay focused. Yeah, to us, right? So we always find some way, how to solve some problem we have. So this t-shirt we distribute to we send to Africa, right? The other one, we partnership together with other Korean association together, right? Okay, 우리 이렇게 하고 있고, same as another association, same idea they have, 같이 도와주고, right? We find some solutions for our problem. I go to church, also in our church, explain, 목사님 우리 이렇게 하고 있어. 도와주시겠어요? Okay, good job. 내가 도와줄게. Like that. So we find some because now we think how to raise the money. 보내면 돈도 필요하잖아. How to raise the money? We have to find some way, right? 거기 목사님, collect the money, Edmond 좋은 일 하고 있으니까 도와줘야지, right? So we can support. So in every situation, we try to find some way. Same as you in your school or in your life, when you have some problem, don't think there's no solution. No. There's always some opportunity. 그냥 다시 생각해서 방법 찾아야 돼. 좋은 방법. Okay? Next one. So this is just, some pictures of what we are doing. If you have Facebook, you have maybe some of you have Facebook, right? On Facebook, if you just type shoes for Africa, you can see our logo, map, blah blah. 건 나와. 거기 들어가면 뭐 다 있어. 사진, 뭐 비디오, 뭐 다, you know, 들어가. So you can see. You can have a look at the picture, what kind of activity we are doing, and you can also share, right, with your friends. You can tell them, oh, if you have shoes or clothes, you can bring to this center, you know, or you can contact me and you can donate, like that. So we can tell more people about what we are doing, right? We can tell more and more people about our work so they can also support, and we can share love among everybody. Okay, so this is last December. This is in orphanage. We organize a Christmas party for the orphans, right? So we organize Christmas party. They prepare food and Christmas gift, you know, and we share love with them. So they don't have father, mother, right? So we make them also feel happy. This is Christmas time. Everybody receive the gift. If they don't have, they're sad. They're kids, right? So we prepare their own gift for them. And together we share a good time, you know, eat something, have a Christmas gift. So they also feel, oh, somebody also love me, right? So we believe when they grow up, they also share same love. Somebody love me, I also have to love somebody, right? So next slide is, this is all, you can see the shoes we collect, you know, how we package them together, and we try to send them to Africa like this. So this activity is a continuous project we are doing. It does not stop. It's a continuous activity we are doing. So at any time you have a shoe or you have clothes or you know somebody, you can tell them, right? So you can see all these pictures are in our on our Facebook. You can see them. You know what kind of activities we are doing.
Cameroon, but the rest doesn't seem as other countries.
First of all, thank you so much for your participation in the activity. I think this is really encouraging. So your first question, why Cameroon boundaries doesn't seem as others? The boundaries?
Yeah.
I want to tell you we really appreciated your lecture, and we each made mind maps about it. And we have a few questions.
We first wanted to ask about your tribe again, but they already did. So we want to ask about your special characteristics of your tribe.
Isn't there a high school? And is it free?
선생님들 오세요.
하나, 둘, 셋.
웃어주세요. 감사합니다.